What is up YouTube, it is Matty and we're going to try a live 3-star attack on a slightly more difficult base. The Clan we're against have got pretty good base designs, and what I'm going to do is see if I can get the attack done first, and then we'll talk about why I chose to do certain things after and see how it all goes. But it's going to be interesting to see if I can pull it off. Yeah, I'm pretty nervous, so I think the best thing to do is just get in there and see what I can do. So I'm just going to gem my troops to finish, because I've got to go down to Ben's party in a second. It's his second birthday party, so lots of prep needed. Anyway, so I'm getting ready there. Tick, 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 tick. I think we're good to go. Okay, going to drop a golem. Just looking here how I'm going to plan this out. Golem up here, golem over here, 5th golem in, look. Just going to try and make sure I get my wizards to do the good funneling. I'm going to wait for the, yeah, there we go. Wall breakers in now. And then I'm going to sort of drop the king so he goes straight in as well. And it's all going to be all about this jump spell here to see if that's going to help me get the job done. Gonna drop a rage spell down as well, caught everyone in the rage, which is perfect. It's exactly what I wanted to do. Just gonna see if we can get in to trip the other set of giant bombs as well, because that's going to be key, because they are sort of over there. Going to use the king's ability. Hopefully I just need some troops to go just above near that air defense over there. Actually, thinking about it, I can get the hogs going in. They should be okay to start pushing through. Gonna drop the first sort of heal to give them a nice wide angle on the heal spell. While that's happening, I'll throw a couple of wizards down to clean up. Second heal spell, I'm going to sort of bring right down over here to cover as much of an area as I can. I want to try and get all those defences in. I'm going to use another wizard over here. Probably my hogs are going to finish down there, so maybe that gold storage needs to be targeted if my wizard will redirect. Queen ability, look, and we look like we're good. Absolutely wreck the base. Drop my other wizard down here just to help keep the defenses going down. Looks like the dark elixir storage might be the final building, or one of those gold storages, but we've got more than a minute left, so the hogs are gonna have plenty of time to go up there. Dropping those early wizards always helps if you can mid-raid. What we're gonna do is we're gonna go back, because I think the man who deserves a lot of credit for this raid isn't me, it's Pro Gamer. And I'll explain why in a minute. I'm just really chuffed I've been able to bring home a nice sexy 3-star, because that was a good attack, and we'll talk more about the plan and why it all worked and this sort of thing on the now once the attack's over. So what I want to do is go all the way back to basics and have a little scout of the base with Pro. So here it is, look. Now first, a couple of changes I've made. I bought 2 extra hogs and got rid of the giants. Didn't need to be surgical at all. And the lightning spell, because there was a dragon in the CC, obviously he didn't know that. Now he built the plan. He decided to attack. Now if you look at the base and you look at the queen, she's very central, so is the king, so is the CC. And to get to the queen, I mean, it's quite obvious where the double giant bomb spots are. Now if you look down by the mortar here, they could be there. The pathing does actually work, although hogs could go up to the cannon, so the pathing does and it doesn't work for that one. So and similarly over here by the wizard tower, now the pathing, it might not trip the double giant bombs, so the logical places of where the giant bombs are definitely going to get tripped in the because of, if you look at the storage and then the other buildings around, the hogs sort of have to path over those 2 spots, and Pro guessed that that's where they were, or was hoping he'd at least catch one. There's a lot of double giant bomb spots on this base though, so he made a very, very good guess. Now I'm going to press play on his attack. Now what he decided to do is he used a Stoned GoHo. Now what stoned means is a 3 golem GoHo. So 3 golems, it means he's trying to do a lot of tanking. He's trying to pull the troops in. Now look what happened there. Because the golems went down early, or moved early, they moved out of range of the arch towers, and then the funnel became a little bit of a nightmare look. He's having real trouble to make sure he completes the funnel. Lightning on the CC was kind of useless, but that jump spell was brilliant, and you'll see why in a second. So the lightning took care of a couple of archers, but that was about it. The king's getting targeted quite early on, whereas mine didn't. Another wasted wizard up the top there, he's not going to do anything. The queen's getting targeted. Look, it's just a little bit of a disaster, I'd say, at the start of the raid, but everything that needs to happen happens. The queen dies, the CC dies, and watch now, golem might appear, tripping. So both double giant bomb spots have exposed. So I went into this raid knowing definitely where the giant bomb spots were. Now, the giants that he's put down, they didn't really do all that much. And what had happened also is, you'll notice that all the golems and golemites were dead at this point of the raid. So his hogs were in there on his own. He only had 2 heal spells, and obviously he was going in on the surgical approach. But my point of view of this is, I wanted to speed it up. I wanted the golems to do tanking while my hogs are still moving around. So it's all he's got his final heal spell. Look. Hits a double spring trap here in a sec, you'll see. One, and missed the second, but his hog numbers have dwindled, and it just hasn't been enough to take down the final defences. Look, and now he's got a couple of cleanup troops. So I actually asked Pro, what would you do to improve your own raid? And he said, I would take a rage spell instead of the lightning, obviously, because he didn't know there's a dragon in there. He said he would wait on the wall breakers so the golems stood their ground longer to make the funnel easier, and he wouldn't do surgical. It doesn't need it. And I said, okay, I'll do that. I'll listen to you, because I wanted to go in the same angle because the 2 double giant bomb threats. Now let's go into my raid and have a quick look at it. Analyze it a little bit. So what I tried to do at the start, you'll see, is I waited on the wall breakers a bit. I just wanted to allow my golems to do that bit of tanking. Now look, 2 down, 3rd one down. Now I'm thinking wizards. My 1 wizard's fine, my other wizard up top is fine as well, so they've got a clean run. So I'm just going to wait a minute, get the queen down, let some buildings start to go down, and then I'm in with the wall breakers. So changed it up slightly. My jump spell might not have been exactly the same as his, but it worked just about. It's risky jump spell though, but the fact I bought the rage was helpful as well. Now look, I'm going to pause here. That cannon's about to go down. So that's not going to target my queen, which is great. CC are coming out now, and that cannon goes down, which is brilliant. Now, at this point in the raid, what I'm thinking of is I need to get both double giant bomb spots. I'm going to definitely get the one, but the beautiful thing is now that the wizard tower actually dies, which means that the hogs have no reason to path that way, which is why I suddenly thought you'd have heard me say, oh right, I can just go, because once the hogs hit the cannon, the mortar, and then the air defense, they would have then passed right towards the wizard tower, and you can see here there's no reason for the hogs to go left of the air defense. They're going to just go round the base, which is why it actually worked out good. And with my golems and golemites going south, it's meant that the arch tower went down there. My heroes have been tanking for longer, my king's in the core, look, and then the whole bunch of hogs, I could let them run through a little bit and then put some tactical heal spells down to keep them alive, and it just means that more of the bottom side of the base is dead. My queen's still alive, ability not used, and I'm already sort of pushing through half the base while the arch tower down here is distracted. Look, now it's shooting the queen, but soon enough the hogs are going to be on it. And I've still got the queen ability anyway, and look, hogs have actually landed on it and it's dead, and there you go. I mean, it was just a very, very subtle change in the attack. In the delivery of it is pretty much the same comp, minus the lightning plus a rage, minus a couple of giants and plus a couple of hogs. You know, most of it was the same, but fair play to Pro for pointing out his own errors, making it, well, I obviously agreed with what he said and thought, yeah, that's great. So I don't want to take any credit. The only thing I'll take credit for is the actual delivery of the 3 stars. So I hope you've enjoyed this video anyway. It's always interesting on cleanups, and it's always interesting to hear the attackers' feedback. Believe it or not, you might actually... look, here it is. Here it is. Ha! I can show you. If you could edit your attack on 10, what would you do? 1 rage instead of zap. Wizzy for funneling before the wall break, so I can make a better funnel, and Don't Surgical Wall would also get it. As in a wall of hogs. I put wall from where I put the same point where I started my hog deployment, but wait for the trip of the double giant bomb. Done. Look, and it's actually really interesting to see. So yeah, good shout out. Well, big shout out to Pro there for doing his thing and for helping me on the attack. Obviously, I'm quite busy today, so I didn't have time to plan everything myself. And he showed the way. So anyway, hope you enjoyed this video, guys. See you on the next one. Peace.